morning. Hey, this is Chris, keeping it real, facts over fear. How are you doing this morning? Why do I do these videos? Isn't that a good question? It's a good question I've been asking myself for the last 4 months as I've done all these videos. It seems like it's been an eternity, right? And I think, well, of course, most of all, primarily I do it for myself. I mean, I think that's why everybody primarily does anything. It's like, I do it for myself, and why do I do it for myself? And I think it's because it gives me a sense of purpose, right? I mean, it's something I think about a lot. I mean, it's a big thing that's facing our country and our world today, and I feel like doing something about it. I can't do anything else about it, right? I mean, other than try not to get other people sick or try not to get sick myself, but I think it does. It gives me a sense of purpose. It gives me a way to, since I can't really do anything else about it, it gives me a sense of satisfaction to be able to do something, anything at all, anything that anybody can do in this pandemic, to try to help or to try to be informative or to try to do whatever they're doing. I think it's a good thing, and it just kind of at least just to tackle just a little piece of it, and if it's just the information side of the piece, well, then I'm happy to do that. And I think the last reason I do it is because I am totally frustrated with the way this pandemic has been reported in the news since the very beginning. I mean, it's just a lot of there is no real truth. If you look at the newscasts, there is no in-depth analysis of anything. It's like there's almost 3,000 people in the hospital because of COVID-19. Why? Well, that it's like I think in journalism school, maybe they did, maybe they never did, maybe they still do, maybe they don't. I don't know. Who, what, when, where, why. I mean, all those questions that that a story should ask and answer if possible. None of those questions are really being answered. I mean, it's so superficial. It's a mile wide and a millimeter deep, the coverage. And that really frustrates me, and I think getting into the data and trying to figure out what's actually going on, instead of just running around like chickens with their heads cut off, like the media does, and just screaming that more people died and more people in the hospital or this or that or the other, no hospital space. But let's come on. And I don't even hear that. I don't hear any analysis at the governor's press conferences either. I mean, it's just a bare recitation of facts, and the 3 W's are mentioned like 3 times every minute, like that's going to do anything real, And so I think to try at least, which is what I'm doing. Excuse me, I had to burp. To try to figure out here's all the numbers. What does it mean? What might we expect? I mean, I've been wrong more times than I can count, but I think I'm in good company because I think everybody's been wrong about this so much. And it's like, well, the best scientists in the world have been just as wrong. We're all in the same boat, so I don't feel bad about that. But to try to take these numbers and try to distill some relevant news from them and to pass it on to everyone who watches these videos is I find that to be it's a satisfying thing. And so it's just something that I can do, and therefore I will do it. And I don't know, it sounds Cartesian, doesn't it? Descartes. So I'm going to keep doing it until this thing's over. And my latest prediction is that it will be over one way or another by about the end of March. But like my last set of assumptions, it could be when I thought it was going to be over at the beginning of December. That could be completely wrong. But I feel like it's better to try to figure out than to just sit back and do nothing. And, thanks for coming along with me, right? All right, if you have any questions or comments, what are you doing during this pandemic to find some value in it? What do? You help other people? Whatever it is you do, I'd like to hear about it. All right, got any questions or comments like those? Leave them in the section below. Please leave. If you're going to comment, I appreciate the thank yous and things of that nature, but I much more appreciate comments that start a conversation, because I think that's one thing that is somewhat lacking about this. We can have civil conversation even if we don't agree. That's fine with me. Alrighty. We will see you on the next existential video.